I just got through flying my completed AT-6 Texan, and it was a lot of fun. And today I can't wait to tell you all about this plane. I built it myself right here in the office. I shouldn't say I built it. I finished it. It's a almost ready to fly kit, but there's a fair amount of stuff that you need to do. It took me, I think, probably about 10 to 11 hours, somewhere in that range. I kept pretty close track of it. I made a few mistakes, and it's been a while since I've been into this, so I had to go back and redo a couple things. Here's how it comes, ready to unpack. It's a great box, solid, probably relatively easy to ship, although it's going to cost a little more to get it to you because of the size, dimensional weight issues. But it's a great packaging job. When you unpack it, here's how it kind of spreads out. I kept a few of the plastic bags over the various components of fuselage and parts and wing, etc., so that you could see that how everything is wrapped in plastic. It's E-Flite or Horizon Hobbies Platinum Series, so you would expect higher quality parts and components, which I would say is what you get. The construction is great. I was quite impressed with the strength of the ribs and where they put them, and the glue that was on them. Everything seems to me to be very solid. Now, this kit isn't a ready to fly or bind and fly type kit, so there are a number of things that you have to buy to add to it. Number one, all the servos, your receiver. Doesn't come with a radio. If you want to upgrade your wheels, you have to do that. If you want to go to retracts, you have to pay for those. I wanted to put an extra pilot in it. I had to buy that. And so this video, this little piece or segment shows you all the things that you need to have, including tools, pliers, etc. So you take it out of the box, and the first thing you have to do is, I think, put the engine in. Actually, the first thing you put in or put on are the elevator and rudder and make those connections, and then you put the motor in and mess with the radial dummy engine, and then of course we couldn't resist at that point testing it, so we stood here and tested it. I was quite impressed with the motor, which is a 25 BL Outrunner motor that they recommend, and I ordered for this. It's awesome. So then it was on to installing the servos, and the spot for them is perfect for the ones that are recommended in the manual, and then putting the wing together, which again was a three-piece wing, and I wanted to do retracts because I had never done those before, and you're going to see the result of that here in a minute. And everything, all the parts, the throw rods and everything are just very, very high quality. I really enjoyed putting this plane together. I took some pride. There was enough work to do to take some pride in what you did. The fit and finish of everything is impressive. The monocoat had a few wrinkles in it, but nothing that I couldn't iron out myself with an iron. And all in all, again, a great looking plane. I was pretty pleased with the end result. Field that I'm working with here is very rough, which I can tell you, in my opinion, the retracts were a really stupid idea on my part. I really wanted them, but because I'd never had them, and I think they'd be really cool, but this field that I fly on and other places I fly are really rough. I don't have an asphalt runway or a concrete runway anywhere, so bang. So I think the collapsing landing gear got into my head. Even the dog senses something is about to go wrong, and you'll watch here. I couldn't wait to get the thing off of the ground. It was very hasty, and the tail hadn't even started to fly yet, and this went very, very wrong, and bang. So I went back to the workbench and took this puppy out and figured out a way to stabilize the landing gear in a fixed position. So here's the first real flight then, and everything went right. Notice how I waited for the tail to come up first and then gave it the elevator, and off we go. I didn't have a lot of trim problems with this plane. I needed to bring the elevator down, get the nose down a little bit, but that was about it. This is really a sweet flying plane. Very, very smooth, very quiet. I really am impressed with this. I love flying it, and I'm going to have a lot of fun with it. And I was pretty proud of this, my first landing. Very few problems. We had a little bit of a crosswind, but that didn't present any kind of an issue, and had a great first landing. I'm really going to love flying this plane, and so will you. I haven't said much about the Texan in terms of its history, but you wouldn't be interested in this if you didn't know it was one of the most important planes made in the U.S. in terms of training and what it was used for. There were about 15,000 of them made, and there's only about 1,200 of them in existence at this point.